Hello guys, welcome to channel Phone Mania. So in today's video, we are going to compare these four handsets right against each other, and mainly we are going to compare the iQOO Neo 6 versus the Realme GT Neo 3D, because the Realme GT Neo 3D is the latest of these four, and we are going to compare right against the iQOO Neo 6 because these two of them have almost a similar specs. And for the final conclusion, we are also comparing the Realme GT2 as well as the Nothing Phone 1 to choose the best among these four devices. So guys, let's start with the iQOO Neo 6 as well as the Realme GT Neo 3D, and these two handsets almost share the similar specs. And if you ask me about the build and design, these two comes with plastic back, plastic frame, and if you ask me about thickness, 8.5mm on the iQOO Neo 6, 8.7mm on the Realme GT Neo 3D, and if you ask me about the weight, 190 grams versus 195 grams, and regarding the in-hand feel, almost both are almost the same in-hand feel on both, and I think it's slightly better on the iQOO Neo 6 with the plastic back just curves a little bit nice to the plastic frame on the iQOO Neo 6 versus it feels like a light distraction on the edge of the Realme GT Neo 3D, but always it's not worth mentioning. So in terms of the build and design, almost these two of these guys are similar. Okay, and if you ask me about the old one out, actually it would be the Nothing Phone one, with comes with the glass back as well as Corning Gorillaz 5 protection on the front as well as Corning Gorillaz 5 protection on the back with aluminium frame. So this is the best when it comes to the build and design. And when it comes to the Realme GT2, which I'm having the steel black color, which also comes with the glass back and Corning Gorillaz 5 protection, but actually it's just got a plastic frame. So in terms of the build and design, so it's upon your personal preference. So if you are really into the premium set of aluminium frame, glass back and front with the Corning CG5 protection, then you should obviously go with the Nothing Phone 1. But the thing is, the in-hand feel of this phone is really bad. Actually, it feels like I'm holding in glass lab, and it becomes uncomfortable about holding this phone for about 5 minutes. So regarding the in-hand feel, these three of them are better than the Nothing Phone 1. Now regarding the displays, so these two of them have almost sharing 6.62 inch of AMOLED display, 120 Hz of refresh rate, and all you can see really nice scrolling on both of them. So both are almost same in terms of scrolling and all. Okay, really looks really good on both of them. Okay, this is the display settings. Actually, I have turned the brightness to the maximum, and also the screen color mode on the Realme GT Neo 3 is the Pro mode with the brilliant for the maximum colors, and over here I have set to the maximum, or like the bright for the maximum output over here. And along with that, actually it has some ultra vision engine like options like image sharpness is turned on, video color enhancer is also turned on, and bright HDR video mode is also turned on. And on the iQOO Neo 6, we can see an option called visual enhance that's also turned on the iQOO Neo 6. And if you ask me, the Nothing Phone 1 doesn't offers any of this type of fancy features, and the Realme GT2 also comes with these same features as the Realme GT Neo 3D. Also comes with MEMC option also. So guys, let's start from the video playback. So guys, this is iQOO Neo 6 and this is the Realme GT Neo 3D, and in terms of the color vibrancy, I would say both are really sharp, but actually in my personal preference, I felt that the iQOO Neo 6 has slightly better colors, not to be a big margin, precisely to be a 1 to 2%, or we can say even a tie, but in terms of bright HDR scenarios, the Realme GT Neo 3D performs slightly better than that of the iQOO Neo 6. The reason is we have turned on an option called bright HDR video mode on the Realme GT Neo 3D. That's the main reason which feels like the Realme GT Neo 3D is a bit more better than that of the iQOO Neo 6. But in terms of the color vibrancy, which is more vibrant, I would say you can see that the green is bit more deeper, actually bit more deeper on the iQOO Neo 6 if you compare with the Realme GT Neo 3. And if you compare the Realme GT2 as well as the Nothing Phone 1, the Nothing Phone 1 produces very natural color tones, not vibrant tones, perfect natural tones for the Nothing Phone 1. And Realme GT Neo GT2 and this iQOO Neo 6 almost perform really nice. So these three are almost equal, but actually in terms of the vibrant colors, I won't suggest the Nothing Phone 1. Actually it is a really natural color tone, so my personal preference would be the iQOO Neo 6 for the color vibrancy. So guys, now it's time for the speakers. So first of all, let's start from the iQOO Neo 6. Okay, really cool. And now it's time for the Realme GT Neo 3D. Okay, so guys, actually the difference in terms of the audio also is almost the same, but if you ask me which one is precisely better in terms of audio, then I would say that the iQOO Neo 6 performs slightly better in terms of the audio. audio playback. Regarding the crystal-like elements of the audio is bit more usable, as well as the loudness is bit more. Actually, if you ask me, about 3% to 4%, slightly the iQOO Neo 6 is better than that of the Realme GT Neo 3. And in terms of the audio, these four of them performs really nice. Okay, so no issues in terms of the audio. So yes, next is regarding the camera. So both comes with 64 MP main camera, then an 8 MP ultra wide and a 2 MP macro for both of them, and similar Snapdragon 870 ISP for both of them. And if you ask me, the Nothing Phone 1 comes with 50 MP dual camera, that means 50 MP main camera as well as 50 MP ultra wide. No comes with 2 MP gimmick camera and all. And same with the, if you ask me about the Realme GT2 comes with the Sony MX7 which is same on both of them as the main sensor. Then it comes with an 8 MP ultra wide and a 2 MP macro. So if you ask me which is the most reliable camera, then I would obviously go with the Nothing Phone 1, because if we take a shot on 1x as well as 0.5x, then shot on the Nothing is almost, and we can say that's taken on the similar phone. But if you take a shot on the 64 MP camera, then switch the ultra wide camera with just 8 MP on these three of them, we can feel that it's taken on a different phone. Actually, that much difference, because 64 MP main camera versus just 8 MP, so it misses out the detail. It feels like it's taken on another phone. So that's the main reliability issues in three of them. But on that area, the Nothing Phone 1 performs really good. But the terms of the color vibrancy or the color saturation, the Nothing Phone 1 is almost same as like of the iPhone processing, because the colors are not vibrant. It's producing exact natural color tones, not eye pleasant ones. So let's compare these. The Realme GT2 as well as the Realme GT Neo 3T almost perform similar, but actually slightly better, I would say. The Realme GT2 performs best. And let's compare the Realme GT Neo 3T as well as the iQOO Neo 6. So guys, let's start from the selfies, and this is the Realme GT Neo 3T and this is the iQOO Neo 6. And the first things first, the colors on the Realme GT Neo 3T is really warm tones, actually not the exact color skin tone. It gets the color to the really warm scenarios. You can see this is really warm. But if you ask me, the iQOO Neo 6 turns the photo to a bit softened, but actually it almost maintains almost nice skin color on the iQOO Neo 6. And in terms of the detailing, both are really good. Okay, and now let's move to another scenario. Another shot, same scenario repeats. The skin tones are really different on both of them. You can see really good detailing on both of them, but still the colors are really different. This is meaning a really warm tone versus the exact, almost close to exact skin tones on the iQOO Neo 6. So iQOO Neo 6 performs slightly better in my personal preference. Another scenario, same thing repeats, the skin tones. So it's upon your personal preference. So I really like the iQOO Neo 6. Now regarding the rear camera portrait photos, you can see the colors on the iQOO Neo 6 is really vibrant and actually almost close to the natural is made on the Realme GT Neo 3T. And let's take another scenario. And actually this is the area which I faced issue on the iQOO Neo 6. You can see this is a portrait shot of a close small subject, and you can see the iQOO Neo 6 didn't even capture, it almost blurs out the area. But you can see the Realme GT Neo 3T performs really well. You can see crisp detail on the Realme GT Neo 3T versus blurred out detail on the, and the similar thing I experienced on the normal photo mode, just normal photo mode. You can see this is a normal photo mode, and still you can see the same scenario. Actually this is not even in focus for, and actually you can see other objects are in focus, perfect focus, you can see. But if you look at the Realme GT Neo 3T is perfect in focus. I don't know the issue, maybe it can be fixed with the software updates, but currently at the moment in normal photos as well as the portrait photos, close-up small subjects couldn't get in focus. So that's one of the major issue I have faced on iQOO Neo 6. Apart from that, almost all scenarios iQOO Neo 6 performs slightly better than that of the Realme GT Neo 3T. And in terms of the 64 MP mode, you can see both reproduces stunning detail, and slightly better iQOO Neo 6 is performing slightly better than that of the Realme GT Neo 3T. And another scenario, it is a struggling situation, and actually both maintained perform really well, but actually both have issues of the rainbow effect and all. So let's skip this area. So both struggle this area. And in terms of the HDR scenarios, you can see both performs really nice, almost tie in terms of the HDR scenarios in that situation. And another situation, you can see this area is almost underexposed on the Realme GT Neo 3T, but it is well maintained on the iQOO Neo 6. So in the HDR scenarios, the iQOO Neo 6 performs slightly better. And another scenario where lights comes directly, and you can see this area, it's almost oily shade effect, but actually it is well maintained on the iQOO Neo 6. Okay, so it's a thumbs up for the iQOO Neo 6. And in terms of the macro mode, you can see this feels like a day and night difference. I don't know, and the crystal elements are clearly visible over here on the iQOO Neo 6, but actually it is not great on the Realme GT Neo 3T. I have taken multiple shots, same results. So now in terms of the front camera video stabilization, so actually the Realme GT Neo 3T has got a front camera stabilization mode, but if you ask me which one, iQOO Neo 6 doesn't have a stabilization mode, but in comparison I felt like the iQOO Neo 6 performs really good. Then you can see this is a bit shaking, but actually it performs really good on the iQOO Neo 6. Okay, so Realme GT Neo 3T has got some minor shakes here and there. And if you ask me about the rear camera video stabilization, and actually I would say the rear camera video stabilization is really bad on the Realme GT Neo 3T because it doesn't comes with an OS. So you can see shakes, but and let me take. So this is iQOO Neo 6. Perfect. Wow. So clearly the difference in terms of the OS. So the Realme GT Neo 3T comes without OS and the iQOO Neo 6 comes with OS. So that's the main difference which you could felt on the stabilization mode. And regarding the camera UI modes, also the iQOO Neo 6 is perform really way ahead because you can see the portrait mode options on both of them. And let me show you portrait mode. You can see we can have the style option, filter option, light effect option, and apart from that we have some few more customization regarding that also. But if you ask me in terms of the Realme GT Neo 3, you can see retouch option as well as just filters option. So in tons of options are available on the iQOO Neo 6 versus limited options on the Realme GT Neo 3. So in my personal preference, I would go for the iQOO Neo 6 rather than the Realme GT Neo 3. And if you compare these two of them, which one would be the best? I would say my first preference would be the Realme GT 2, next would be the iQOO Neo 6, next would be the Realme GT Neo 3, and fourth would be the Nothing phone. The main reason I put the Nothing phone one on fourth is because of the natural color tones. And if you really like the natural color tones, then the order would be first would be the Realme GT 2, second would be the Nothing phone 1, third would be the iQOO Neo 6, and fourth would be the Realme GT Neo 3T. Okay. Three, two, one, and go. And go. So guys, next is Antutu benchmark. You can see almost similar scores on the iQOO Neo 6 as well as the Realme GT Neo 3T. You can see 7,31,000 versus 7,11,000 on the Realme GT Neo 3T versus 7,31 on the iQOO Neo 6. And you can see the CPU 1,93 on the iQOO Neo 6 and 1,86 on the Realme GT Neo 3T, and GPU scores are almost similar on both of them. And you can see the temperature difference. So that's mainly because of the internal build quality. So you can see just 5 degrees Celsius is being increased on the iQOO Neo 6, and you can see 10 degree, almost close to 10 degrees Celsius. That means double the temperature is hyped on the what we call Realme GT Neo 3T. It also based on the cooling, so it's a bit more efficient cooling is on the what we call the iQOO Neo 6. Okay, so in terms of the overall gaming experience, I also prefer the iQOO Neo 6. One more reason is there because of actually it has got the GT mode. So you can see it has got, this is the GT mode, and similarly we are getting another mode over here because we can call it ultra game mode. Actually it has some options like ES sports mode, eagle eye enhancement, frame rate priority, 4D gamer. So it has got some tons of customization and priority options. So my win for the gaming would be the iQOO Neo 6. Okay. And if you want to compare these four of them, then again the things got different. First would be the Realme GT2 because of Snapdragon 888, incredible gaming on the Realme GT2, and second would be the iQOO Neo 6. Third would be the Realme GT Neo 3, and fourth because it has got just Snapdragon 778G plus, which is a sort of 20k round segment which is used on this 30k segment phone. So that's not for hardcore gaming or high-end gaming, just for an occasional light games and all. So that is my personal preference. Okay, now let's move to the fingerprint scanner as well as face recognition. So let's first check on the iQOO Neo 6. We are really snappy, so you can see. And now let's check the Realme GT Neo 3D. Okay, that's also snappy. Okay, you can see. Now regarding the front camera face recognition, so in 3, 2, 1 and go. Okay, so a little bit faster on the iQOO Neo 6 again once more in 3, 2, 1 and go. Okay, now it's almost similar once again in 3, 2, 1 and go. Okay, So in terms of the fingerprint scanner and face recognition, these three of them are better. And the odd one out. So in terms of the face recognition, I didn't like the nothing for one, because actually it takes a lot of time to recognize, because we need to adjust your face like this and goes your phone with this for the first time to get recognized. And for the unlocking time, it is also slow, and you need to balance your phone with your face contact, and also it takes time. But in terms of the fingerprint scanner, I would say this is the fastest among these three of them for terms of the fingerprint scanner. But for the face recognition, it's a no from me for the nothing, except these three of them, these three of guys almost perform similarly. Okay. Now regarding the battery and charging, so the iQOO Neo 6 comes with 4700 plus 80 watt of charger. This comes with 5000 plus 80 watt of charger. And if you ask me about the Realme Gt2, it comes with 5000 with 65 watt of charger, and nothing for one 4500 plus 33 watt of charger. So regarding these three of them, which is our first, I would say obviously the Realme Gt Neo 3T 5000 plus 80 watt, but actually it doesn't make any much sense, because it's just a matter of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so that's not a big deal. So in terms of battery and charging, we can say these three of them are almost in tie with one another, but actually the nothing phone one is lagging behind because of just 33 watt as well as 4500 mAh. Okay. Now regarding the final verdict, which is best, which one I should pick among these four of them? I would personally pick the Realme GT2 as the first, because actually Snapdragon 888, vibrant displays, good cameras, Sony MX766, and really fast charging, as well as everything is it's a perfectly well balanced between all the features at a perfect price point. So Realme GT2 would be the first, and second is the iQOO Neo 6, because actually it is also really it's nice handset, nice speakers, displays, better gaming, nice camera, so everything is also good on the iQOO Neo 6. So this is the second, and third, it is bit kind of difficult to choose one among this, because it depends on your personal preference. So if you are really into build and design, and if you are not a gamer, then you could definitely pick this guy, because aluminum frame, cooling glass front and back. So this is a really good for the build and design, as well as similar premium features like wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. So these set of premium features are available over here. But if you are really into gaming, then this one for you. So if you are into gaming, you can definitely go for the what do you call Realme GT Neo 3T for the display, vibrant display and all. And if you're really into the natural color tones, natural cameras, then you should definitely go for the nothing phone one. So guys, that's already signing off. It's Phone Mania.